What's going on, guys? This is the Conner Rueca Show. You guys already know this is a fast-paced 30-minute fireside chat with high-level operator. We don't usually do the fluff. We don't do the long bios. We're here to educate, implement, and leave you guys listening with clear action steps that you guys can do today or do tomorrow, and also just be hyped about it, right? Every guest you guys know that I bring on, they're already winning. They're high-level operators. We all have brands, and that's why we skip the origin story because, you can find that elsewhere. I want to have some real valuable conversation here. So Jonah Korchin, you and I, we both live in two different worlds, in the same ones though as each other, which is real estate and AI, right? So most people are like, chasing deals or chasing tech. I want to talk about how those two come together and how we're kind of helping the space. But before we jump in, who are they learning from today?
All right, my name's Jonah. I've been an entrepreneur for almost 6 years now. Come April, it'll be my 6th year in entrepreneurship. I've done over $3 million worth of assignment fees. I've done maybe like 5 or 6 flips. I've owned a handful of rentals. I own a CRM company meant for specifically working with real estate agents. I've owned that for 3 years. I own a AI company called OMNICREW AI. It is a real estate staffing agency. So we basically replace virtual assistants in your business with AI fully implemented, right? And those are like the main things I do, man. I've done all sorts of crazy stuff also. Like I've done garage sale flipping, nothing like of note, but those are the 4 things that are like making me money right now. And the rentals, like just a bunch of random stuff that just kind of make me money. Right? But what people have known me for is real estate, is wholesaling with real estate agents, but I do all sorts of crazy stuff.
Fire, bro. Well, thank you for spending some time with us. We're really appreciative, and let's just have a great talk. So the first thing that I want to bring up is wholesaling and AI. Simply what I'm seeing right now as we're talking to wholesalers all the time, looking at our CRM, we're seeing that effort is starting to like become a bottleneck, or like the person working hard and, going balls to the wall is like they're becoming the bottleneck. When did you realize in your business where you're like, it's not worth doing this anymore? Like this is like work that I shouldn't be doing, or maybe a VA should do it, but now AI should do. When did you kind of notice that?
As soon as I had any money. So I started with this whole company with I used 10 grand of credit card debt to get off the ground, right? So as soon as I had any money, I was just like, fuck this, let's hire people, right? That's me though. I'm not saying everybody should do that, but I was like, okay, I got 70 grand now. I'm just going to keep living with my dad in his basement and let's hire some people. Like, fuck this. I don't want to do any of this nonsense. Right? It's obviously, it's what you should do, right? Like even if you don't feel like AI is the way, you got to hire a virtual assistant, you got to hire somebody, right? Because otherwise you're just going to burn out. Nobody can do this 12 hours a day, every single day forever, right? Wholesaling as a solo journey should be a year max, in my opinion. And then you should start looking at like hiring people, right? That's the point of wholesaling, in my opinion, is teaching you how to be an entrepreneur. And then you can apply those skills to even more lucrative opportunities.
Yeah, that's the same track that we're on. Did you hire marketing VAs or softwares or tech before sales, or did you go sales first?
The first person I hired was admin. And I think anyone who's a good closer, that would be their first hire, is like somebody to just organize you, pull up a list, do all the bullshit, right? Do all the BS admin tasks. That is how, if you're good at closing, have that, somebody to keep you organized and keep you on task, and to just do the BS that's not worth your time, right? What you want to do when you hire is you want to eliminate the lowest level of tasks you have on your plate first, and then go low level, and just keep going higher level until you've hired everything out.
That's interesting. In our 4 years of business, we actually never had an admin VA, which is interesting. Yeah, we went marketing. So like we were big in cold calling. We're cold calling sellers all the time. We outsourced that first. And then from there on out, we ended up going to lead managers who are VAs, and then dispo managers. But most of our VAs were on the phones. Was your admin VA on the phone at all, or were they just truly doing TC?
No, they're not doing even TC. What they'd be doing is just organizing. Really? So pulling the lists, setting up the campaigns, helping me with the workflows, setting up Zooms, doing admin stuff, sending out the dispo blast, anything that was admin related was what my first hire, right? I think that's crazy. Do you not have one right now?
So we don't wholesale anymore, but we do have closer control, which is more like an agency model. We still don't have an admin VA. We have like support VAs who help our clients, but we do have an operational manager who's like in America on a salary.
That's an admin person, right? Like you have an admin person, whatever you call it doesn't really matter. Someone who keeps stuff moving and organized. So that's just personally for me.
And honestly, it might have just been because of our competitive advantage of numbers. right? There's 5 of us brothers. Like, we're able to get things done a lot faster. And there's always someone there to get it done. So it was might have just like, we didn't need it, but I can see how it's super valuable. So after you went to get an admin VA, what was like the next hire, or like what was the next thing that you outsourced, or what did you do?
Admin VA, and then it was a lead generator. So the equivalent of your cold caller, somebody whose their job is to get me appointments with real estate agents, right? I go real estate agents, but whatever it is, somebody who's an appointment setter, someone who gets you to that appointment with someone who can turn into money. And then the other one was a dispo VA, someone who finds buyers all day, right? I'd say that's just a different type of operations VA. Those 3 are the only 3 you really need to hire. And then you can hire a closer, an American, once you are closing enough to pay all those people's salaries and somebody else's.
Fire. Or what are wholesalers, when they do hire VAs, what are they actually paying for? And then like, what are they losing? And when I say losing, like there's turnover with virtual assistant, there's training costs. What do they need to be considering when they're hiring a VA?
What they have to be considering when hiring a VA is twofold. One is, can you pay them? Better be able to pay them. 2 is, have you developed yourself enough as a leader to be able to lead other people? That's a big problem. I think a lot of people don't develop themselves and expect the virtual assistant to act like a robot. It's a human, right? You can't you have to motivate them just like a human, right? You have to give them training just like a human. You need SOPs and all this other stuff, right? You need an insane amount of extra work to get people up to date. Then you need to know how to hire somebody where you hired the right type of personality for the role so they're able to be successful in the role. So there's a lot of just backwork development you have to do in order to hire a team. That takes a long time. I say I started hiring people like 4.5 years ago, and I'm just perfecting it. It takes an insane amount of work. That's why I'm very excited about the AI, is because I think AI will be better for most people, because I don't think most people are willing to do that leadership training, that leadership work necessary to actually have real employees. Just being honest. I think that's why most people don't make it.
I agree. You truly have to pour into the VA, and you have to give them the resources to actually be successful. I believe that there's way too many people that just give VAs a task, give VAs the tools, and then they just say, go. They might not even have them like live on a Zoom. Like for us, we keep all of our VAs, our whole team live on a Zoom every single day. Some guys are literally just pushing them towards this direction and saying, hey, at the end of the day, come back to me with what you do. And that's just not suffice. It's not good. It's not going to actually bring back money, right? You're hiring a VA so that they can either take on tasks so you can make more money, or they're the ones that are actually, bringing in the marketing or making the money for the company. And I agree. There's so many people who get that wrong. And this leads into like your company, your AI staffing. We're not even that huge in AI staffing. We're still very human based, but we have AI helping us in sales. We have AI helping us with data, have AI helping us with marketing. What does that look like in terms of AI staffing? Does that replace virtual assistants too?
Yep. So let's say you wanted to hire a lead generator. You just pay us money and we create one for you that already knows how to do it. You have to do a week or 2 of training with it and me and us, so that it's like saying what you want to say exactly. But after that training, it's forever available. It's not going to need to take vacations. It doesn't need a day off, right? You can tell it exactly how much you want to work. It is perfectly set up for you where you don't need any leadership training whatsoever. You can be a POS to it because it's not a human, right? It doesn't care, So it's an amazing tool, but like how I have people think about it is, think about what you need for as a lead generator, as someone or a VA that finds buyers. We sell 5 different bots right now. We're not doing custom bots. We're only doing 5 different ones. One is a direct to agent lead generator. One that's a lead generator for agents. One that's a direct to seller lead generator. That's a lead generator for sellers. There's an underwriting bot that will comp the deal and then give you a buy price. And then, did I already say a buyer bot? A bot that finds buyers all day. So it's it's 2 different lead generators depending on your style of getting leads. An underwriting bot, I think it's 4 right now. So those are the 4 bots we're selling right now. And we might add more. Eventually we might have it where we make a custom bot based on what you want. But for now, those are the 4 we're selling. And it will replace those functions that you would have a VA doing in your business.
That is fire. Here at Closer Control, a lot of our AI is complementary to the salesperson. So we're surrounding AI around the salesperson because we still believe that the salesperson should be talking to the seller, giving offers. So we're pretty much giving that salesperson as much AI as possible to get the deal done faster, or to give an offer faster, or to just be more efficient, to make more phone calls. They don't need to take notes. They don't need to follow up. You know, someone texts back, there's AI there. Like that's like what we're focusing on. But it's really interesting because I'm talking to other companies, now talking to you guys on how AI is actually doing admin work. It's pretty insane. Eventually, do you see or almost everything to be achievable by AI?
Yeah, at some point. I don't know when. It's not here. A closer, it's not here yet, right? There might be
Yeah.
a day where how you get your competitive advantage is showing up to the person right in front of them, right? There might be a day where cold calling, phone calls just doesn't work anymore because the AI literally is the same as a human. And that
Yep.
actually might just replace everybody. I don't know. I don't know where that will go. But there will be a point where voice literally just makes it where there's going to be a couple companies who just own the entire thing. And the only thing you can do as someone starting in it is door knocking and being like, I need to go to your house now. That might be a reality. I'm not sure.
What is a use case or story of one of your clients or maybe in your own business where there was a true synergy between humans and AI? And I can throw one back at you after you go. But yeah, instead of them competing against each other, more of them like really fluently working together.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you the story of our first client. His name's Frank, works for Joe Home Buyers. They have an AI that the AI completely generated a lead or an agent, and that agent had a lead, but they then closed and made a 20 grand assignment fee within the first 3 weeks, right? So that's easy. That's like the easy way, right?
Yep.
On top of that, there was a different agent that was talking to us and told Frank, like, oh my God, your assistant is so nice, so amazing. Like you trained them so well, right? Like I keep getting hit up by AI all day and it's bothering the hell out of me. And then he has to tell her, it's like, actually, that's AI, right? And she's like, what? How is that even Claire's an AI bot? It's like, yeah, Claire's an AI bot. So I think we're just, it's just that, right? Like, I mean, there's been that success so far. We're a month-old company. So that is the only client we've had so far, to be perfectly honest. We're basically having the first 10 clients, we're giving 50% off discounts. We're giving it like 1 month money back guarantee. Like we're at the point right now where I'm not going for money. I'm going for just incredible testimonials, right? And then we'll eventually launch into phase 2, which will be much more expensive and much better, right? Because as we sell these bots, we're actually building them and using the data that's collected from all these conversations of these 10 clients, these first 10 clients, to make them even better. So we're in like the what I call the building phase right now. And so, yeah, that's our only client and that's the testimonial so far. And it's only been a month. We've had our LLC created for a month. So
beautiful. I'm cheering you guys on. That's huge. There's so many ways in real estate for AI to just save. Like it's such an old business model and there's so much most of the people that are in this business are older and they're not even really interested in, you know, getting into AI. They're kind of like, I really like how I'm doing my business. I'm making money. It makes sense to me. Adding AI might just be a headache. And for those who are like, no, let's get AI as soon as possible. Let's adopt it. Even if it doesn't work, let's test it out. Those are the people who are going to take over the next decade. So I'm super excited about that. Like for us, like there's tons of use cases with all of our clients. We're at like 190 plus clients in 14 months. Oh, yeah. It's been a crazy, crazy scale in the last 14 months. I pray for that for you guys. But yeah, like AI has just changed so much for these guys. Like these guys came from not using AI. Some of the guys came from not even using a CRM. And now if someone rejects my offer and then automation is now playing to that seller, if they reply back to that automation, AI is going to handle it as a rejected offer AI bot. Like even if the wholesaler is like walking your property right now and someone texts back a campaign, someone is there, or at least a bot is there to handle the conversation, because speed to lead is everything. We've all missed conversations where like a seller comes back, hey, I'm interested, but then like we just missed that text message for like 6 hours. And then they're already talking to another wholesaler. That happens way too many times. And I believe if you are wanting to stay in this business long term, you need to jump on AI in some type of way, right? Even like an AI note taker is so simple, right? Even just using ChatGPT, right? For anything, for, you know.
If you are ChatGPT, I don't know what the heck you're doing. It's like a personal, not friend, but a personal thinking partner, right? It helps me think out my thoughts better. That's just insane. If you're not using ChatGPT, man, you're like going to go out of business really soon. It's just not even possible. Like if you understand the power of it, like that's such a simple one. I understand if you don't know how to make AI bots, but like, geez, if you aren't using ChatGPT and paying $20 for it, you're crazy. you're an insane person in my
Yeah.
opinion. So.
Listen to this statistic, Jonah. When we had 150 clients, we went to every single client and we asked them, how often are you using AI? How often are you trying to implement AI? You're going to be surprised by this number. Out of all the 150 people that we asked, I would say around 20 to 25% said that they're actually using AI outside of closure control, and 5% said that they're trying to implement. So there's a difference with like actually using it and implementing it. And the thing that we're solving right now, Jonah, is these real estate investors that are buying houses, talking to sellers, walking properties, dispositions, doing all these things, they don't have time to research AI and to implement it. It's cats like us who are really coming in and giving that service to those people so they don't have to spend time with it. They have to talk to sellers. They have to spend their time that way. They have to close deals, go to escrow offices, whatever it is. It's our job. It's our job to put AI into these people's hands and just make it like done for you and useful in their business. Yep. So that was crazy because I was like, we're giving AI to our clients. It's helping them. I assume they're trying to implement it elsewhere. And majority of them, like I said, 90%.
That makes sense in some ways because people just don't understand how to use it or what to use it for. Like we're in the beginning of the internet days. People didn't even understand the point of a website in 1995 or even what it was or what AOL was, right? Like these people, like if we're in that type of time period right now where it's like nobody knows how to implement it at all or how far you can go with it yet. It's just too new where there's a huge gap between implementation and understanding right now that needs to be bridged. That's like why I like my company model the most right now, at least just for me, is because you don't have to worry about any of it. You don't need to know the knowledge. You don't need to just know your business. Think of it as you just hired a VA. That's the metaphor I love giving is because it's like you're hiring somebody. You don't have to do any training. You don't have to do any SOPs. You can yell at them. They won't care. They'll do exactly what you want. They won't take holidays. They're not going to complain for a pay raise, right? They're just going to be a better employee. It'll be slightly higher for the first year, but if you use it for more than 1 year, it'll be significantly cheaper, at least in my company. So it's just like, do you want to be one of those companies that isn't using AI and then goes bankrupt in the next 3 years? Or do you want to crush the next 3 to 5 years? It's going to be, you have to use AI. It's not an option. You're going to be the company that still doesn't have a website in 2025 or 2026. You need a website. You need AI. These are like, it will become the same thing. And so if you don't have AI agents or some sort of AI assist in what you're doing in real estate, just expect to be bankrupt soon. It's going to happen. This stuff is happening too quickly. You've got about a year to 2 years. If you don't implement something, you're going to lose.
I agree. I have an assumption on what the successful teams are going to look like in the next 12 to 24 months. And my assumption is 2 to 3 closers and everything else is outsourced to a system, a technology, or an AI bot. And that's all.
Yep.
And the reason why they're going to be successful is because marketing is only going to get more expensive, right? In the past 2 years, marketing used to be a lot cheaper. I would say it was probably like 60 to 70% cheaper. And now it's like expensive as fuck, right? Like it's like people are spending a good amount of money to get a deal now. And as AI gets better, which moves faster, which doesn't miss days, there's no weather issues, it's going to create more competition. Therefore, marketing is going to cost even more. And marketing is like the most, I'm bringing that up specifically because it's almost the biggest expense when it comes to real estate investing.
If you're like actually running a team,
really?
Like at least for me, staffing is still going to be way more expensive than the marketing. Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't run a direct to seller operations, but I talk to my friends. They spend like 10 to 20 grand on marketing, but then also paying VAs. Like the thing is a lot of people hire bullshit VAs for $4 in the Philippines. Like to get an actually good VA that's going to be as good as an AI agent that I could make, you're going to need to spend $8-9 an hour. I'm going to be honest.
Yep.
Like to get it like something that's synced and not some bullshit Filipino who just graduated college and doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Like you're going to need an AI agent. Like the equivalent would be an $8 to $9 an hour VA. So mixing those two things together, like it's just staffing and also paying Americans and stuff like that. Like I think that's the number one expense of any business, you know, even with the marketing, unless it maybe PPC gets more expensive. But other than that, at least for my friends, it's staffing always who actually run real operations. So why not get rid of that?
That's actually a good point because now that I think about it, maybe it's not even just a financial perspective, but like, let's say, like for us, we had like up to 8 cold callers,
Mm-hmm.
and I would say staffing was super expensive, but also the energy and the time and the
Yeah.
resources that we had to give these guys to.
It's the biggest cost of all is your time. So think about that as
Yep.
well.
That's interesting. Yeah, even like I feel like so in the past, this is a side note. This is just like talking agency between you and me. In the last 3 to 4 months, a lot of our business has been referrals, and they're not referring because me and my brothers are good-looking guys, or because we post a lot on social media. It's because our
You never
support team is fire.
It
Yeah,
might be
that it
also,
might be it, but
there might be some girls out there trying to make it happen.
exactly, you're right. But a lot of our referrals are becoming are coming in because our support team is just so good. And people ask me, how much do you pay our support team? Our average support guy makes $8 an hour, and he's in the Philippines, but he knows how to code. He understands Go High Level better than me as the operator and creator of Closer Control. So you're right. These VAs staffing, it is going to get more expensive, and I guess that's perfect for both of us because we're literally replacing human power with technology.
And at some point, like even you are going to be like, look, I can create that $8 an hour Filipino VA. Like probably if you and I could be talking in a year, and if you're still using VAs, I probably will have a support bot that's as good as your VA that I could like implement for you. And then you could fire all of them, right? Like I'm going to be honest, that's what like if I could short a country, it'd be the Philippines. I'm not going to lie, like it's not looking great.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like we're getting to that point where like the virtual assistants are going to be replaced first. And then maybe I don't know how long it'll take, 5 years, 10 years, eventually the closers are going to get replaced. And then I don't even know who wins based on that, right? I just think it's the people who are willing to spend the most amount of money on AI. I don't know. That's when it gets crazy, is when the closers can get replaced. I don't know what happens then, to be honest.
because then it would happen also business wide. It happened in every business. And I can see it. It's already happening. Like these corporations in San Francisco, like the billboards, it only talks about AI sales reps.
Yep.
So we were talking about in the next 3 to 5 years, if someone doesn't implement AI in the next 3 to 5 years, they're pretty much out. They're going to be spending a lot of money. It's not going to be worth it. They'll probably end up changing business models. They might not even be in business anymore. But what if someone does start implementing now and they're playing for the 3 to 5 years? What do you think that success looks like for them?
You gave the stats. 25% of people are just using AI. 5% are being in AI implementation. You're automatically put into the top 5% of your business model right now if you start early. So if you're in the top 5% of your business model, what does that mean for you? Well, you make top 5% type of money. What's the top 5% of money in real estate investing, in real estate wholesaling, and real estate flipping? 500 grand a month, $1 million a month. The most I've heard of is $1 million a month. That's maybe the top 0.01%. So maybe 100 grand a month. Let's go with 100 grand a month, because you're going to beat people who still have to deal with an employee that gets fired and rehire. That's a fucking process, an insane process you never have to deal with. You know what I mean? So I think you become a top 5% in your industry. Now, I don't know exactly how much the top 5% of wholesalers make, but you're automatically there. That's how I would phrase it.
Would you say there's a specific level you have to be to start implementing AI?
You have to have an actual system. You can't just be not having a CRM with AI.
Yep.
You have to actually have a business model. You don't have a business model, AI is not going to help you. Just in the same way employees aren't going to help you if you don't have a business model. Like I recently did a Zoom with these guys and they just didn't even have a CRM set up. They didn't know how to generate leads. Like just in general, if you don't have that part figured out, AI is not going to help you. You're just going to have like an employee that doesn't know what the hell to do. You don't know what to do. So you need a system that consistently generates some money, and then AI will superpower that system. So that's what I always tell people is like when I'm talking to people, that's why I sell a CRM too. Look, just start with a CRM. Like you don't need AI immediately, but if you don't have a CRM or don't understand what a CRM is for, it's start there. Buy Conner's, buy mine. I don't care. Like just my point is that have some sort of actual system that is a business. Because you don't own a business if you have zero system. You're just a guy with a notepad. The AI is not going to help you. You're not even in a computer. So it's good for someone who's generating money and either has employees and is ready to supercharge and get supercharged employees, or somebody who's ready to hire and knows what they need and has money to be able to pay for it. Those are the two people.
What's your most favorite way of using AI in your current business right now? And it can be internally or with clients or how you get clients, acquisitions. What's one of the cooler ways you're doing it?
My my AI company is starting to replace my virtual assistant. So eventually that's going to be my favorite way, right? That's happening, but we have other clients that we're serving first. I get the last pickings because I didn't pay for anything because I own the company. Yep. And it is what it is, but I don't mind. I like my virtual assistant. So like it's going to be a sad day if when I have to let them go, unless I can find something AI can't do that they could do. It might just be a reality. But apart from that, right now, I just like I use it to help me think. Like what I like it for is I just simple chat GPT. Hey, I'm dealing with this problem. How would you handle it? I'm dealing with this situation with an employee. I'm dealing with this long-term strategic thinking. How could I make this thought better? Ask me questions. And so, yeah, like that is like what I've been using AI personally the most for. Also, the underwriting is cool. Like we have like an AI bot that does the underwriting. That's kind of nice. That's starting to do the comping and stuff. This week, I'm releasing a YouTube video on how to create your own comping bot. I'm not doing the full underwriting bot, but I'll show you guys how to make ChatGPT into it'll be able to comp any property you want for you. So you can get an ARV instantly. That's a YouTube video dropping this week. So if you guys are interested in that, probably by the time this releases, you can just check out my name on YouTube and subscribe and watch that video for free. So there's all sorts of ways, man. Thinking is my favorite way. I really like using it to think, right? Not replace my thinking. I still like critically thinking, but to help to supercharge my thinking.
So for wholesalers that are going direct to seller or direct to agent, what's something that, let's just say ChatGPT, what's something that ChatGPT can help them think about? Because when I think about real estate, there's not much creativity to it. It's a lot of doing. And I want you to prove me wrong or challenge me. For example, my brother was in dispositions, right? He was like the main dispositions manager. When we dissolved the business, now he's like the main marketing guy for closer control. And he's like, Conner, I'm technically doing the exact same thing. I'm trying to sell this house to buyers. I'm trying to now sell this CRM to buyers, but it's totally different. And I was having a creative block in real estate. So like, what is something that you're using specifically for wholesalers or investors? Like what questions are you asking ChatGPT to better their business or your business?
Right? Like one small example is just like, you have to like think about creatively what things matter. So for instance, like I've been doing the dispo blast the exact same way for the past 4 or 5 years. I was like, you know what? Could this be better? I was like, ChatGPT, be both my $100 million business mentor and a psychologist, and think about the psychology of this email blast. What could make it better? Where should it be read? What should be highlighted? What should like do it? How do we get it? How do we increase response rate using science? And then it redrafted an entire email blast so that it would be the most likely to be responded to. And our response rate increased by 25%. What, like there's things in your business that are okay, but what if it could be way better? That's how I've been using it, for instance. Maybe not, it's not going to be like a creative, like create a whole new product. It could do that, but you're not going to do that in real estate. What you're going to do in real estate is how do I make what I'm already doing way more efficient, way better, and just with way more tools and like programs and react and like a better response rate or a better result of whatever you're going for. Like, in my opinion, I use it for like it's system making basically and system improvement. Yep. So that's one example.
I'm so glad that you brought that up because copywriting is huge. Like people don't understand how important copywriting is, whether you're texting an agent, whether you're texting a seller or a buyer. For example, I want you to steal this from me if you want to. Our best automated text message that gets the most replies in closer control, it's question mark, question mark. We don't mention the house. We don't mention the name. We don't mention who we are. We don't mention that we're buyers. We'll drop a text. If they don't answer, question mark, that's the text message that gets the most replies. Another 100%. Example. Hey, are my messages even coming through? Let me know. Or did you see my last message? Darn technology, always not working. Like stuff like that creative text message that a big corporation company that buys 100 houses, like they would not think about. You know what I mean? Like when people receive those messages, is that my grandson texting me that? I'm glad you brought that up because copywriting is phenomenal. That's the best way to use it, in my opinion, in real estate.
That's just one incredible way that I'm just thinking about, right? Like, I mean, there are other ways too, but you're right. I mean, it's a simple business model. It's not like you're going to change the entire fucking business model, but it can do crazy stuff, man. Like agent mode, right? In ChatGPT. Oh, I have it scrape data, right? You can have it scrape, like I've been using it to scrape real estate agents' phone numbers off the internet and turn it into an Excel file sheet. I could share my screen. It'll take me 5 seconds to do a demo. I don't know. I mean, we're going over.
Yeah, I actually have no clue, but there should be on the bottom. Do you see a share button? I see it.
Oh, I see it. There we go. Hold on.
Yeah, show us.
Just real quick.
And we'll end it off after that. Yeah.
Example, right? right? ChatGPT, you gotta be paid. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
ChatGPT, go to here, agent mode. I need all of the real estate agent phone numbers in Sacramento, California that you can possibly find. Please make an Excel file sheet with name, phone, and email columns. Find at least 1,000 agents. Please make sure that you do this by going to brokerage websites such as www.compass.com or exprealty.com. Do it from the 10 most popular brokerages. Let me know if this makes sense. I'm not going to do it right now but I could show you.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. So it's going to think for a little bit. I'm just going to show you because I don't think people know agent mode. This is just one little thing. And then now there's literally another computer and it's searching stuff. So it's going to first find out the 10 top brokerages, as you can see right here. It's going to just get a list of those, and then it's going to start opening them and start creating the list as we speak. So we'll just let that run. It won't be done before it, but like there's one quick tip. And now you have a full list of real estate agents. There you go.
So fire. I'm so glad you showed this. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I need guys to come on here and give game to implement for the people listening. That's amazing.
People don't know that that's possible.
Yeah. Use AI. Like I'm such a, well, we sell it. We have a product for it. So obviously there's a reason why we're saying it. But even if we didn't have products to sell AI, like I would hope every single business person is trying to use it at least. Don't be like the rest of my, 75% of teams who are not using it at all. I believe they're doing it just because they're relying on us as the closing control operators to put it into their business. And that could be a big part of it. But yeah, guys, that's the stats. And I'm so glad, Jonah, you came on here to share all of this. Like, this is a huge conversation. Guys, if this helped you, rewatch it, take notes, but also send it to a friend. Okay. And then also join me and Jonah's social medias. Jonah, where can they find you?
Just look me up on Instagram. That's it. If you guys have any questions about wholesaling, AI, anything, just DM me on Instagram. It's my name. It's right there, right? Just find me on Instagram. It's there. My YouTube is this. If you want just game, like I just showed you in YouTube videos, go to my YouTube channel. I'll just teach you free stuff. Like the video that's coming out this week is going to be how to create an AI bot for completely free, or not completely free. You got to pay $20 for ChatGPT that can comp every single property you have. And we're going to go through it exactly how to do it A to B. You're going to watch me for an hour create this bot, and you'll be able to comp any property that you just type in the address and boom, you have an ARV. If you want a free game like that, go to my YouTube channel. Instagram is like shorter game, but also like how you can actually reach out to me and talk to me. That's pretty much it. I mean, you can go to my company's websites and all that, and if you're interested in stuff, but I'd rather you just DM me, set some stuff up, and yeah, I'm here to help. Whether you want my products or if you just need advice.
Let's go. We'll end it off here. What is one thing that you learned recently that you'd like to share to everyone else? Mindset, business, anything.
I'd say probably something that I've just been thinking about recently, at least. I don't know if it's a lesson necessarily, is that truly your income is completely related to how much you self-develop. The only difference between me, Conner, any of you, Pace Morby, Tony Robbins, Warren Buffett, the only difference between any of these different people are your mindsets. I truly believe the only difference between me and Pace is mindset and what we think is possible, what we know how to do. So just realize that's the direct correlation, is self-developing yourself, either as a leader, as a storyteller, as an entrepreneur. Developing your skills is always going to be the greatest ROI, even with AI. That will always give you the best ROI ever. And so if you're skimping on that, you will never be rich.
Great advice. Love it. Brother, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys for joining us. You guys already know next time we have someone on here, another operator, another high-level guy or girl doing this business right. Thank you, Jonah. Have a good rest of your night, guys.
Peace out.